can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out.
In the dark we fight, you take the wrong and you make it right. Like a firefly, you are glowing at night. So don't make it hard, don't let me go. I wanna hold you tight when you're cold. I'm waiting for your love, you just keep me hanging on. I deserve to stay, and I will find my way. I will find my way.
The fire makes the city look so bright. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me.
Guys, it's time. It's time. Listen, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live broadcast of SoFlo Soccer. Welcome to another episode of the Heron's Haven. Excuse me. I'm just so discombobulated right now. I have no idea what's happening. Inter Miami versus Monterrey, second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup. How? What? I don't even know I don't even know if that was a CONCACAF Champions Cup game that I just watched. Honestly, in all honesty, that could have just been. I thought I saw Inter Miami's academy play against one of Mexico's elites. Very, very. I have no words. I'm lost for words. I'm just so frustrated. I'm very angry. I'm very disappointed. This was a horrific display of football from Miami, and it's like there's just no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go step by step. We're gonna go highlight for highlight of kind of what went on and how things pretty much developed throughout the course of the game. But really, this was it's just a boring game to watch. If you didn't watch the game, you didn't miss anything, really. I mean, and before I start, am I disappointed that Inter Miami lost? Yes. Was I expecting them to lose? Yeah. I wasn't I'm optimistic. I know I'm optimistic. I like to hope for the best, but I'm also I'm also a realist, and the way that I knew we probably weren't gonna win, right? But 3-0 or 3-1, really, in the manner that we did, it was just absolutely awful and disgraceful. That it just baffles me what it was. But anyway, we kicked off in Monterrey. I'm not going to show any clips, like I said, or I may show some images here and there, but I keep getting copyrighted. YouTube keeps copyrighting my videos and keeps telling me to mute them, delete them, and whatever. So I'm just going to avoid showing clips at all times. But yeah, we're in Mexico. This is probably the best atmosphere that Miami and Messi and all of these guys have ever played ever in their career in the MLS. So yeah, no, it was a good crowd. It was a great environment, great atmosphere. I mean, the Mexican fans were really giving it to Messi and to Miami. They were really booing him, really, really taunting. So, and it was going to be a challenge. It was 100% going to be a challenge from the beginning. The pitch was horrific, though. I did not expect the pitch to be in that bad of condition, but there was many holes, and you could see the sand and the dirt start coming out of the field. They even brought somebody out to fix it. So it was just an absolute mess. So very disaster. But anyway, so the opening. Let's just talk about the starting 11. Let's do that first, right? The starting 11 for Inter Miami. It's an image, right? So I could pull that up on Twitter. The starting 11 for Inter Miami consisted of first the formation was a 5-3-2. Okay. 5-3-2 formation. And let me switch to video. It's probably going to show a black screen, but it is what it is. Yeah. See what I mean? It's going to show a black screen. There we go. Yeah. Calendar and goal. Alba on the left. Allen, Freire, Aviles, and Chelo on the right. Gomez, Busquets, Gresso, Suarez, and Messi. Okay. I looked at this and I was like, okay. I was like, I was already upset, right? I was already upset because I feel like that has yet to learn that we just don't play well with this formation. We don't. It's just a known fact that we don't play well with this formation. I think that could have done so much better with this formation. He could have. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know what the mindset of this tactic is, because even if Alba and Cello push forward, you can't see my mouse. But if Alba and Cello push forward and play like a 4-2-3, like, then what? Then you expect Alba and Cello to drop all the way back on defense? It's just, even if they play 4 in the midfield, just why not have play a 4-4-2? I literally said it last night. Last night, I said, let's play the 4-4-2. We literally did well last time out when we switched to the 4-4-2. Alba and Ruiz were on the left and right mids. Franco Negri and Cello were on the right backs. I don't understand why the 4-4-2 wouldn't have been good. It just relieves. I don't know, man. I'm so upset and so disappointed. I really don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. It was just, Aviles had a horrible game, man. Aviles had a horrible game. Gressel looked, I don't know. I like Gressel, man. I really like Gressel. He looked kind of shaky. I like Gomez. He looked kind of shaky until he scored the goal. Calendar was just, I don't even know, man. Calendar had no intent of, every time that he received the ball, his initial like reaction is to just slow down the game. And it's like, why are we slowing down the game? We're down 2-0. We're losing 4-1 on aggregate. We can't slow down the game. It, like, us playing at a lower tempo literally put us at a disadvantage. Us playing at a lower tempo it hindered us. It literally hurt us. I hated the fact that Calendar just couldn't play quickly. And then when he did play quickly, he would completely mess up his pass. It's so frustrating. Suarez was a ghost out there. Jordi Alba lost his head. The Mexican players, or the Monterrey players, they were definitely talking smack pretty much the entire time, right? And so it probably got to Alba at some point, giving him that red card. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just you hate to see that, right? You hate to see it. It's like, what? The first goal, I mean, Monterrey struck first in the 31st minute. Brendan Vasquez, UN Smith's national team striker. Just like, Calendar completely gave it away. I don't know. He was taking it for, Calendar was just taking his time. I don't know what he was thinking, what he was looking at. But I think he wanted to give the ball to Busquets, but there was a defender right behind Busquets. So even if Sergio were to receive the ball, where is he going to go? Back to the Calendar? It was just so insane to me how Calendar thought that the best idea in that situation, where he's getting pushed by an attacker, by Brendan Vasquez, and he's like, okay, let me pass it directly to him, or let me pass it a little bit to the left, because Brendan Vasquez can't anticipate, right? He can't predict. He can't extend his legs that far. Is he an idiot? Of course he can. Like, it was the worst mistake I've ever seen from a goalkeeper. Like, it's different when the ball slips, or when like the striker completely like catches you off guard, right? You don't see him. You passed it directly to Brandon Vasquez. Just clear the ball, knock it up the field, kick it out of bounds. Literally do anything but what you just did. And just like that, in 30 minutes, Miami are down 3-1 on aggregate. 1-0 on the night. 58th minute, Bertarame scores an absolute banger from outside the box, the number 9. Absolute banger in front of the box. He beat his man. I forget who was marking him. Beats his man, has all the space in front of him, and just no accuracy, just full power straight into the net. Calendar didn't even put his hand up. He just went like this. Calendar went like this. He didn't even stick his hand up. Just like that, 2-0. right? That was in the second half, 58th minute. 64th minute, Gallardo snaps the header home to add to the lead, 3-0. 78th minute, 3-0. It's over. And that, or 64th minute, sorry. 78th minute, Jordi Alba got his red card. Well deserved, honestly. Honestly, I'm not even mad that he got the red card. Like, he didn't even care, honestly. 85th minute, Diego Gomez heads it home for Inter Miami. They score off a set piece. Messi just heads the ball in. I think what's their face? Monterrey was making some substitutes. There was a free kick for Miami, perfectly placed into the penalty area where Gomez just heads it back in the back of the net. Monterrey honestly didn't care at that point. They were kind of caught sleeping. But I don't even want to say caught sleeping because they already won the game. They didn't even think anything was going to happen. We're really terrible. We're terrible on set pieces. So, an absolute shame. An absolute shame from Miami tonight. I've literally sat here on this podcast just to talk about how terrible Miami was. I just don't. Tata Martino has not made a single tactical change at all. Did he even make a substitute? I don't even think he made the substitute. He hasn't made a substitute. Why didn't he make any changes? We had Cremaschi, Negri, Bright, Afonso, even Sunderland you could have brought in. Maybe Borgelin, maybe for Suarez. It's like, why didn't you make any tactical changes at all? Aviles was doing terribly. Calendar was performing horrific, but I don't think you would sub out a goalkeeper. You probably could have subbed out Gressel for Cremaschi or Bright. Suarez could have came off for Afonso. I don't know. Like, I'm just so confused. I'm confused. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. How has Miami been pushing the agenda of, CONCACAF Champions Cup is the most important competition. That is the number one focus. It doesn't seem that way. They didn't seem at all motivated to win this game. They showed no effort, no passion, no urgency. Mistakes were happening all over the pitch. The passing was horrific. Everything just went wrong. Everything was just wrong. It didn't even look like they wanted to play tonight. It didn't look like they wanted to win. It's just embarrassing. In my opinion, how can a team like Miami, right, how can they focus on a competition like the CONCACAF Champions Cup where it's literally the winner is the best team in North America, right? The best team in North America. Inter Miami are trying to be the best team in North America but they can't even be the best team in the MLS. How does that make sense? Like, people are saying, oh, but they have Messi, Suarez, and they're favorites to win the MLS Cup. They're favorites to win the Support. No. If anybody says that, they don't know football. I'm going to be like, just straight up, you don't know football. You don't know soccer. You don't know what you're talking about. How are Inter Miami the favorites of winning Supporter Shield, winning the MLS Cup? Because they have Messi and they have No, that's not a reason. That's not a reason. They perform terribly. They don't play well together. If Messi doesn't score, are we just not going to win? Oh yeah, obviously Messi has to carry the team. So how is Messi going to carry this MLS team to be the best team in North America, to win the Supporter Shield, to win the MLS Cup, to win Leagues Cup? How? Like, Messi can't single-handedly do that. I don't care how good he is. I don't care if he's the best player in the world. I'm Argentinian. I love Messi. I grew up watching Messi. He's not the answer to the problem. It's the club is the problem. Tata Martino is the problem with his tactical strategies, and even if he even has a strategy, the squad is the problem. There's no structure. There's no mentality. There's no nothing. There's just nothing. There's no mindset. There's just there's literally nothing in this squad. And they just think that signing retired players like Suarez for a season is just gonna help them. And it's not. It's really not. Yeah, Suarez has been winning a lot of player of the match. Like, I can't be too hard on him. Suarez has been winning a lot of player of the player of the month or something. He's been scoring a lot of goals, but it's like, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think I think I've said everything that I had to say, that I wanted to say, without really repeating myself. Well, I repeated myself a lot, but I don't want to keep continuing because I'm just gonna say the same thing over and over again. Inter Miami are out of the CONCACAF Champions Cup in terrible fashion, absolutely terrible fashion. And now with them out, that leaves with one MLS team in the tournament. I believe it's the Columbus Crew, and they will face Monterrey in the semifinals in the next round. So there's only one MLS team left, and it's Columbus. And we don't. I'm not really sure if they're gonna actually make it, make it far at all. But yeah, it's very late. It's 1 in the morning, guys. We all want to go to bed. I'm done talking about how terrible Inter Miami are. People need to wake up and realize that this team needs a lot of work. This team was never going to be the best team in North America, and it's fun. It's just hilarious to me that they were striving to be something. That they were striving to be the best team, to win this competition, to be labeled the best team in North America, and play in the Club World Cup where they can't even win games in the MLS. That's just mind blowing, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the Heron Haven podcast. This is SoFlo Soccer. This is a rather short episode tonight, as it is very late, and Miami has played horrifically. And the next time that Inter Miami play, it's going to be in the league. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an away game. It is an away game, and it's against Kansas City. And that's in like 3 days from now. I believe it's this Saturday against Kansas City. Yeah, it's in, I guess, 2 days from now. It's this Saturday against Kansas City, 8:30 p.m. kickoff, away from home. I think we're going to lose that game. Let's just be honest. Don't think we're just probably going to lose that game. Last time we faced Kansas City, we did beat them actually 3-2. That was on September 9th, 2023. But I don't know, man. With the form that we've been in, I know we've been hindered a lot by injuries, but I still don't think it's a complete excuse. I think with the right tactic, with the right mentality, with the right positive attitude, we can win games. Like I'm looking at the stats right now. We had 5 total shots in the entire game against Monterrey. One of them was on target, and that was the Gomez goal in like the 87th minute. Monterrey had 17 shots, 9 on target, 3 big chances, and the 3 big chances were the goals that they scored. We had 60% of the possession, but what good is possession if you're just not going to do anything with the ball? Yep. Another loss for Inter Miami. Anyway, sorry. Back to the MLS table. Where are Sporting Kansas City? I'm pretty sure they're in the Western Conference. Where are they in the Western Conference? They currently sit I can find them. Yeah, Sporting Kansas City currently sit in 7th place, 7 games played, 2 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. Their 1 loss was against LA Galaxy, which how can you blame them? They tied 3-3 against the Portland Timbers. They beat Toronto 3-1, but that's not really an accomplishment, really. They beat San Jose Earthquakes, which have been terrible this season. San Jose, I don't think they've won a game yet this year, and they tied against the LAFC, who also are having they're not having a bad start to the season. They're just having a slower start. But no, it's going to be a difficult game. And the fact that, and I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this game as well. So if we do, don't be surprised. Honestly, just don't be surprised. I hate people who act like surprised by this kind of thing. I honestly think we're going to lose. And that's just because that's the mood and the vibe that Miami is just bringing until they get their act together. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe. I will see you. I'm going to be recording and uploading a Champions League video that happened today. Barca versus PSG, Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. That's going to be uploaded tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys. I'll see you guys then tomorrow, man. Stay safe. Have a great, great night.
Take my